Hello, my name is Kenny Hansen. I'm the Director of Bands here at Blue Springs South. And the purpose of this video today is to just give you some information about our upcoming 2021-2022 band season. We're going to go through some topics like marching band, what's it look like, what's it look like in the summer, what's it look like in the fall. We have our auditions coming up for our concert band program. We have 3 bands here at Blue Springs South, and we'll be talking a little bit about that. We'll be talking about some of the things that we will need from each student in order to participate in our marching band, things like that. And then later on this spring, we have a spring mini camp to try to help get some students acclimated. So with that, one of the first things that happens within the next few weeks is that we're going to have our auditions for our concert band program. We have, like I mentioned, 3 concert bands. Our top band is our Wind Symphony. That's the most challenging notes, rhythms, and probably student performance outside of the classroom as well as inside the classroom. We have our symphonic band. This is for students grades 10 through 12 who do not qualify or do not wish to enter into the Wind Symphony. And then all of our freshmen are in our concert band unless they choose to try to audition for a Wind Symphony. If you kind of understand the idea of in mathematics, most of our students in our high school probably enter in either algebra or some of them might enter into geometry. But in the band world, we have the option that students may skip both of those and go straight to our calculus class. So it is very challenging, but if that's something that you think your student is interested in, then look for those materials and resources that come out within about the next 8 days, and we'll have those auditions that will take place in the middle of April to get those ensembles set. If your student doesn't wish to audition for the Wind Symphony, that's no problem. They'll be placed in either the concert band as a freshman, which is a great place to be. They get to know other freshman students that may not have been in their middle school, things like that, so they get to find some new friends that way. Or our 10th through 12th graders get a chance to be in a symphonic band. So those options are coming, so make sure we look for those. Now, probably for the biggest reason for my conversation or for my video to you today is about next year in our marching season. There have been many questions that have been asked over the last little while. What's marching band going to be like? Will we have it be normal and those kinds of things? And I will tell you that our effort right now is to try to return as much to normal as we possibly can next fall. That will begin this spring with our spring mini camp. Most of our students, even our freshmen currently, have not really experienced a real marching season. We didn't get a chance to travel on buses. We didn't spend the night anywhere. We weren't at any festivals or any contests to be able to see other programs, other bands, and to be able to hear judges' comments and things like that to try to help us. Our effort is to try to reacquaint all of us with what is the marching band activity. And so on May the 24th and May the 25th, from 3:30 to 5:30, we're going to have our spring mini camp. It's kind of a come up. Most of our students are already excited, already know what they want to do for next year, and they know they want to be in the marching band. So this is an opportunity for them to start to work on develop our fundamental skills and to start to find our new teammates that we're going to be working with. But for other students, they're a little bit nervous. Maybe I haven't done it. Maybe I chose to not do it last year because I was concerned of COVID issues. Or maybe I'm an 8th grader and I've just never done it. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit scared. This is a great opportunity to come and meet our upperclassmen and find out, like I said, what are our fundamentals. It's very similar to learning, what did 6th grade band feel like? You didn't know how to play an instrument before you did 6th grade band, most of us. And so day one, we learned how to, put an instrument together and maybe make a sound, and we sounded terrible. And that will probably be a little bit what happens in May, is like, okay, we're going to go with some of the basics, some of the fundamentals of, okay, what do we need to do in order to build ourselves to be ready for the fall? So on May the 24th and May the 25th, 3:30 to 5:30 here at Blue Springs South, we'll be working on a big part of that is going to be our visual program, just making sure that we're comfortable and confident. I will share this. I have rarely had a student who wanted to do marching band who was not able to do it. If you want to do it, You'll find the work ethic and the ability. We will give you the teaching and the resources to be able to let you be successful. I will tell you, if you are a little bit nervous and you're like, I don't think I can do it, I'm almost certain that you're wrong. I know that you will like to do it. What we have found over the last couple of years, we have a non-competitive marching band. And the non-competitive marching band component are students who do our football games, they do all of our parades, but they don't do our competitive halftime show. What we have found is the students who are participating in our non-competitive program don't feel a part of our family as much. They don't feel a part of our team. And many of them have gone through the season and kind of wish they would have tried it. So I'm going to encourage you, even if you're like, I'm not really 100% sure, that's okay. I feel certain and very convicted that you're going to enjoy it. You'll go through it. There will be some times where it might be a little bit challenging and maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but in the end, it's very, very rewarding to put in hard work and see those results, and to be a part of our big family, our big team, is something that I would strongly encourage you to do, and maybe push through those uncomfortable and questionable times of, like, when you have a little bit of doubt. So that's kind of what I would share. Get a part of it on the 24th, 25th. I strongly encourage you to be a part of our program in the marching program this fall, just to be a part of our full team, our full family. So what does that look like in the summer? Our summer program, hopefully along with this video, there's going to be some documents that will be shared with you. Our summer camp will start in July, just as soon as the Dead Week is finished. We're going to have 3 weeks in July that we're going to do our summer camp. But our 3 weeks in July will only be Monday through Thursday this year. We're going to give you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to have off, maybe have little mini vacations. If you need to take a vacation a little bit longer than that, to try to just be able to keep it, hopefully, from not taking up an entire week. The more our young students miss that entire week, the harder it is for them to come back and feel like they've adapted, or that they know exactly what they're getting into. So all those times of fundamentals and building the team, getting to know each other, those are very valuable. So our camp in July will be Monday through Friday. We begin every day at 2 p.m. We stay indoors from 2 to 5. We eat together as an ensemble in our and I don't know exactly what that'll look like. I don't know exactly what COVID times will. We probably will be pretty spread out or pretty spaced out. But that time is a time for all of us to be able to get to know each other, not in a musical way, just in, hey, what do you do in life? And, what are your hobbies? And what did you enjoy doing, before? And getting a chance to know everybody. And then we go outside. If the weather is cooperating, we try to get outside from 5:30 to 9. And so our full summer camp is from 2 to 9. We do eat dinner there from 5 to 5:30. Sometimes we eat dinner at 5:30 to 6, just depending on where the weather is and how hot it is. But we try to use that time outside in the evening, where the sun is not quite as intense and it starts to go down. We get to turn the lights on many times, and it's a much cooler experience. So we're indoors in the afternoon when it's really hot, and we're outdoors when it's starting to cool off, and many times the sun is going down. And we found that that's been a very valuable time for us, and we get a lot done, and it doesn't feel in the old days, we used to go outside and the sun was so intense. I mean, it's much different now, and so we can get a lot more accomplished, and our students really enjoy that. We don't get as cool as suntans, but we also don't catch as much of the bad, harmful sun rays. So that's the way our summer camp looks. When we get to August, we're going to do Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and we do it only from 6 to 9. And we do that until school starts. Once school begins, we only do Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. That's all marching band is. Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, rehearsal. Okay? And then we do our Friday night football games and our Saturday festivals or competitions. So July has 4 days in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. August, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But we only do 6 to 9. They're much shorter. We have to get a lot accomplished in a very short amount of time, and then we'll start, working on putting the show together. When it comes to beginning the school year, we have sectionals after school on Monday for WINS and for color guard. And we try to go through some drill design on our parking lot situation, and or sometimes we're working on music. And so we will use that time, and it's only from 2:30 to 4. It's not very long. And we instituted that several years back now. And that was our students asked for that because they just felt like they needed a little bit more time to kind of glue together. Then Tuesday night and Thursday night is 6 to 9 rehearsals right here in our stadium, and those are great times. Then will hopefully, the plan is to be a part of all of our football games next year like we used to, and as well as doing our local parades and festivals. What does the fall look like as far as band competitions? Well, I don't know exactly, and I don't think you know exactly what the fall is gonna hold. So we're gonna get back into normal, but we're gonna be a little bit more. We're gonna be a little careful. We're gonna use at least 2 festivals that'll be very local, within 15 or 20 minutes from Blue Springs South, and then we're gonna try twice to get on the road and go 2 or 3 hours away. We do know we will end our season on October 22nd and 23rd at the Bands of America Super Regional in St. Louis at the Dome at America Center. It used to be called Edward Jones Dome. So we know that our season will finish there, and you can start planning for that. And then the rest of the festivals, we're pretty certain on, but we're still waiting for a couple of confirmation of when they're eventually going to be able to host those. And so, but we do know we're going to be home, or at least local, 2 times, and then we're going to be kind of on the road 2 different times. We know that we host our own marching band festival on September 25th. This is a chance for us to showcase, our great facilities. We have great clinicians coming in. We have our own competition. That day, we'll ask for some volunteers from both parents and students to help those bands through the day with parking, with concession stands, with gates, with helping get tickets in, moving bands from place to place, helping them warm up, things like that. So we do that all during the day, and then our band gets a chance to perform for all of those folks right before the final awards in the evening. So we do not only work that day, but we also get a chance to perform that night. It's a great time to showcase our facilities, but also our amazing and our talented students that are here. So that will be September 25th. And then we will be on the road, the next 4 weekends in a row after that. And then marching season's finished, and we're in concert mode from there to the end of the year with our normal concerts, hopefully in December. Wind Symphony usually has one in February. We all have one in March. We do State Festival in late March or in early April, and then we have a spring concert each year at usually the last Friday before our seniors are out. So it's usually pretty late in the year. We do a nice special Friday night concert to just kind of make us feel a little bit more professional and things like that. When it comes to what I just shared about marching band, that does come with a fee. And so our fee to be in marching band for the entire year is going to be $400. That will cover any transportation from place to place. It will cover every meal. So if we, say for instance, are at a show we do a prelims in the morning and we do a finals in the evening, it will cover that lunch, and it will cover that dinner, and it will cover that snack after we perform. So your student will not be needing any money to go to those festivals. Now, they can have money because sometimes there's souvenirs to buy, and sometimes they do want a concession stand, but we'll provide all those meals. And so that is already covered in that $400. If we use charter buses to get to a location, that is in that fee. And if we have to spend the night, that will be also covered in that $400 fee. The only thing that's not covered is our students sometimes, all of our freshmen will need marching band shoes. And sometimes our upperclassmen have grown and they've gotten bigger and they'll need shoes, or every once in a while they lose them. So that is $35 that will come above and beyond. That's not a part of our fee because not everyone needs it. But a part of our fee, we will have practice attire that happens in August, September, and October, and that's to help us kind of clean our forms and our pictures to be able to see those. And so we take care of 2 practice shirts and a pair of practice shorts. So that's a part of the fee. When our show theme is announced and we have that show shirt, the student show shirt is automatically covered in that. And then the shirt we use underneath the band uniform is called our member shirt. We cover the member shirt as well. We'll give the student their first pair of socks and their first pair of gloves. Everything that they have lost or ruined or something like that is at a small cost following that. Gloves, I think, are like $2.50 or $3 if they lose their first pair, and then you'll have to go out and buy some socks. But we try to make sure we take care of all of our students so that all of their needs are covered, and we're not going to come back and ask you for another $15 or another $20 or anything like that. $400 is where it is, and that takes care of us for the season. If you're concerned, like, I just don't know how I'm going to come up with $400, your financial situation may be a real challenge in this time. Just simply email to myself. That's K Hansen. That's KHANSEN at bssd.net, and share with how much you think you can cover. And then we do have a fund, a benevolence fund, to try to make sure that we take care of anybody who would be a challenge in order to financially to be able to be a part of the season. If you can't afford it at all, we still want you to be a part of our program. We have great sponsorships that have helped provide that benevolence fund, and we have no problem offering it up to you, and we want your student to be a part of us. We never, ever, ever want financial issues to be a deterrent or something that would hamper a student's participation in our marching program. Now, if your student is physically challenged or is going to be gone almost all summer because of a summer camp or a family situation or something like that, those are reasons that maybe your student might need to be a part of our non-competitive marching band. And as I mentioned before, they would do every football game. They still participate in every parade. They're still going to get into uniform, things like that. Their fee is much reduced, but they still do have marching things. It's just not the competitive marching band. So everybody here does marching band. Everyone marches. Just not all of us do the halftime competitive show. That takes a little bit more time, a little bit more dedication, and more resources to make happen. That group gets on the road and travels. But all of us do all of our home football games. They participate in pregame. We play in the stands. We play after the game. We're a part of all that pageantry that goes along with the football game. All of us participate in our homecoming parade and the marching band. All of us, if we have a Fall Fun Fest parade, all of us would be participating in that. And so those components are still marching, and so we're all still in our marching band. So we still have those aspects of things that everybody will participate. So that means because everybody's participating in marching band and everybody's a part of our overall program, every student in band is going to need to get a physical. That physical needs to be after February 1st of 2021 for anybody that's new. So we have to have that. Once you get a physical, it is good for 2 years. But once that physical expires, it is your responsibility to make sure that your student is in good physical shape in order to continue to participate in our program. We do physical things. We move around on the field. It's a very physical activity, and so everybody needs to have their physical and needs to make sure their physical is up to date. Most of our students this coming year are probably going to need to start a physical all over because they either have expired and or did not get one from last year. COVID really set us back in a lot of ways. We have an entire freshman class that have never done a competitive marching show the way we normally have. They haven't been able to go and travel. They haven't had the fun bus rides. They haven't had to get a chance to hear their name called at a festival. Those things are going to happen next year. It's going to be an incredibly exciting experience. We're going to get to have our props like we used to. We'll get to have our front ensemble a part with us more often than we had last year. We will probably still do some of those neighborhood parades that we started doing a little bit last year, but we're going to get a chance to get a little bit back to what we used to do a few years ago, pre-COVID, with exciting crowds with our performances at halftimes and our performances at festivals. We get a chance to branch out and see programs from other parts of our community, maybe other parts of our state, and sometimes other states. So it should be just a delightful time and hopefully something that everybody looks forward to. I could not encourage you enough to be a part of our marching program. It is where we have the most team bonding time. Once the school year begins, our students are in, like I said, those 3 concert bands. It's not quite the same family. Our family and our time and our team bonding and all those things take place during the summer, during August, during our competition season in September and October. That's when we really build such great memories, such family and family bonds, but just those long-term connections. It's amazing how many students 10, 12 years from now will still have those connections to a student that they met in marching band and or continue to develop that relationship in marching band. So we strongly encourage you to do it. Hopefully this video has been of help to, okay, what does it mean and what are we doing? Guys, our desire is to get back to normal. Normal is going to still feel different, but we want to do it as much as we can. Whatever protocols are in place or needed to be in place, we will continue to do those. If we need to stay social distanced and we need to still have masks, we still need to do those things, we will do a lot of that. We did a great job this last year in the summer and in the fall of keeping our students very separated, very safe, and students continue to tell us that time and time again. We will do that as needed, but we will be working to bridging that gap right back to our older ways, our normal ways, things that are going to allow our students to get to know each other much, much better, like we used to. Again, I hope that this has been of some help. We are excited to see you in 2021, 2022. We are excited to have your student a part of our concert program, which is out of this world. We're excited to have your student to be a part of our marching program, whether it's competitively or non-competitively. I hope it's competitively. They're gonna love it. They're gonna enjoy it so much. It's new, and I know everybody's probably a little bit scared, but you are just as good as everybody who's preceded you. We have a great tradition here of great marching programs. We're one of the absolute best in the state and one of the best in the Midwest, and you're going to love being a part of it. With that, I'll ask you, who are we? And you say, Jaguar Pride. Till next time, we'll see you. Bye-bye.